This is WeatherScope.
Promising to be a wet Friday morning rush hour from the nation's capital northward into New England. Hi everyone, I'm Warren Madden.
And I'm Jeff Morrow. Indeed, rainy weather is our focus tonight, particularly in the east. It's been in the forecast for a couple of days, and it's also been soaking many of you today in the southeast. Let's check Atlanta, where the rain moved through mainly this morning, but even after the heaviest rain pulled to the east and left behind about a half inch or so of rain accumulation, it was still kind of a damp day, cloudy, definitely on the chilly side. Temperatures stuck in the 40s, and it looks like it will be still a little bit damp and coolish as we head on through the next 24 hours in Atlanta. Although the heaviest rain, I believe, is going to be continuing to pull slowly to the east. See the pinwheeling motion here, the counterclockwise swirl, if you will, around our upper level low. It's been a really nasty day around Nashville, Tennessee, and on over toward Knoxville and Bristol, and right on up toward London, Kentucky. And a pretty good slug of rain rotating around the south side of our upper level low, moving across South Georgia with some embedded thunderstorms even down to the Florida Panhandle. Nothing going on for much of central and southern Florida, places like Orlando and Fort Lauderdale down to Miami and the Keys and Tampa too. But to the north, you do have some heavier rain moving right up through Appalachia Bay and right on up through Tallahassee and right up through Valdosta as well. Follow that same area of rain up through Macon. There are some embedded thunderstorms here, nothing too terribly heavy though. Looks like a couple more showers on the west side of Atlanta moving along I-20. Then as you move right on up through the Carolinas, more scattered showers here, some heavier downpours over toward, it looks like Benson or Dunn, North Carolina along I-95. High pressure is holding on up over eastern Canada, and it's the difference in pressure between this high and our developing low off the Cape Hatteras area, which will cause a lot of onshore wind here in the next 24 hours. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Right now, the rain is about as far north as central Jersey, and we've got some light rain back here through the Ohio Valley. Again, on the Doppler 88Ds, when you get this very light green color, some of that may not even be reaching the ground. And if it is, in places like Columbus or Dayton or even Cincinnati, it's very, very light, just enough to maybe slicken up a few streets. But here's a pretty good slug of rain. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a better inspection of that. There it is, moving right up through the Shenandoah Valley, up across West Virginia. Looks like it's about ready to move into Pittsburgh. Start raining there overnight. And another batch moving up through the Chesapeake Bay area, Baltimore, Philadelphia, and eventually we'll be getting on up into New York. Now again, that onshore flow has prompted the Weather Service to issue a gale warning up along the northeast coast, and the Massachusetts Weather Service office has issued a high wind warning down here along the Cape and the outer islands as we head on through Friday and probably right on into Friday night. Jim Cantora will be reporting live from Scituate, Massachusetts, and there's a man here who knows exactly where that is. And I'm going to hand that over to him now. Warren?
In fact, I had friends of mine in high school who lived in Scituate. Let's switch coasts now. We're going from the east coast to the west coast, where you've been getting your fair share of rain in the far western United States. Clouds and a stubborn drizzle blurred the Seattle skyline today. Cold front moving through the region spread some light rain from Washington State on down into northern California. And it was a cool day also around Seattle. Your temperature stayed in the 50s, so not all that warm for you here along the shores of Puget Sound. The reason why, this cold front slowly moving its way inland, and that has kept the threat of showers around for Seattle, heading on down into Portland and heading down toward Medford and even into the San Francisco area. Although now we're starting to see the showers move a little farther inland into central and eastern Washington and Oregon and heading into the Sierra Nevada in California. Farther to the south, though, and into the Great Basin, pretty quiet. Lots of sunshine, some clouds around, but not too bad, and temperature's pretty nice as well. We're looking at the radars, though, to start off here, and as you can see, some showers here between Lewiston heading up towards Spokane, reaching down toward the Pendleton area, and then some darker greens as you work your way down into southwestern Oregon, around Medford, seeing some rain, and a few scattered showers still popping up around Seattle and in and around, especially between Portland and heading down towards Salem. As we head down I-5 into California, you can see that the Bay Area, not really anything going on right now, although you head inland into the Sacramento River Valley and we're picking up some showers and even some thunderstorms. We've had reports of thunder around Marysville and even up around Blue Canyon. They're saying no rain right now, but they are hearing the rumbles of thunder. But as you can see, San Francisco down to San Jose, nothing showing up on the radar. Checking your temperatures right now, 62 in San Francisco. Checking in at 66 in Los Angeles, making it up to 78 degrees today. A very nice day in Los Angeles. 54 in Seattle, a lot cooler though. And let's check what happened in Denver. Pretty nice day, 42 degrees right now. Let's see what's happening as far as how El Nino affects other weather phenomenon. Here's Jeff.
Well, Warren, has this year's El Nino influenced the hurricane season? Well, it really depends on what region you're talking about, the Atlantic or the Eastern Pacific. Janetta Jones has the answer in tonight's edition of El Nino Focus.
Each year, the hurricane season is affected by many different factors. Does this year's El Nino play a role in the 1997 hurricane season? It depends on the region. It has influenced the Atlantic hurricane season somewhat, but not as much as some people would think. The average Atlantic season results in 9